If you're a commercial carrier in Alberta, there's this one super important document that basically acts as your official safety scorecard. It's called the carrier profile. And it can affect your reputation, your insurance rates, and even your legal ability to operate. So today, we're going to break it all down and help you master it.
Let me ask you a question. Just think about it for a second. We all remember getting report cards back in school, right? They showed you what you were good at, where you were struggling, and where you really needed to focus. What if your whole business got a report card just like that?
Well, guess what? It does. This isn't just some hypothetical idea. For carriers in Alberta, this report card is very, very real. It's your carrier profile, and it's tracking your on-road performance for everyone, including the government and potential customers, to see.
Okay, so before we dive deep into the details of that report card, it is absolutely crucial to understand the difference between it and your internal safety program. One is the rulebook you write for your own team, and the other, well, that's the grade the government gives you. Let's look at the difference.
Think of it this way. On one side, you've got your safety program. That's your internal rulebook. You create it, it's got all your policies for your drivers, your vehicles, how you keep records, the whole shebang. But then on the other side, you have your carrier profile. That's your official report card. The government maintains it, and it's not about your plan, it's about your actual results. It tracks real safety events that happen all across North America.
So what exactly goes into this big official report card? Where is all this information coming from? Let's decode the inputs that actually make up your profile. At its heart, the carrier profile is pretty simple. It's your company's official record of how you perform on the road. The government pulls together all the data on things like enforcement actions and other safety events connected to your fleet, and it doesn't matter where they happen.
Your grade, if you want to call it that, is basically built on three main types of events. First up, you've got convictions. Pretty straightforward. These are things like traffic tickets and other violations. Second, you have CVSA inspections. That stands for the Commercial Vehicle Safety Alliance, and these are those standard roadside checks on your trucks and your drivers. And third, collisions. Basically, any incident involving one of your vehicles that gets a police report. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Not all these events are created equal. No way. Each conviction, each inspection, and each collision gets assigned points based on how serious it is. So a little speeding ticket is worth way fewer points than a major violation, and all these points are what build up your overall safety score.
Okay, so you've got all this data floating around. Points from tickets, inspections, collisions. How does all of that get turned into an actual final grade for your business? Let's take a look at how it all comes together.
All those points we just talked about get crunched together in a formula to create one single, really powerful number, your risk factor score. And this is the main metric the government uses to figure out where your company stands on safety.
And here is the single most important thing to remember about this score. Lower is better. It's the opposite of a test in school. A low risk factor score is what you're aiming for. It means you're considered a lower risk out there on the road.
And that score? It's not just some number sitting in a government file. It directly determines your official safety fitness rating. That's the public-facing grade that everyone from law enforcement to your clients can see. And this table right here really lays out the real-world consequences. A satisfactory rating? You're golden, in good standing. New carriers start out as satisfactory unaudited. But if your score climbs too high, you can get knocked down to conditional. That's a huge red flag. And if things get really bad, you could hit unsatisfactory, which means you're seen as an unacceptable risk and they can literally take you off the road. Now, I know this might all sound a little intimidating, but here's the most important part. This report card isn't just for the government to judge you. It's actually an incredibly powerful tool for you to use to make your business better. The best part is, you are not flying blind here. You don't have to guess what's on your record. The government of Alberta has an online portal where you can get in and see your own carrier profile. And honestly, you should be checking it regularly to get ahead of any problems. And getting started is actually pretty simple. You just go to the government's online portal, click the register link, and create a user ID. You're going to need your National Safety Code number, your NSC, and your Motor Vehicle Identification Number, or MVID, to finish the process. So why even bother doing all this? Well, this is where you can turn a chore into a huge advantage. When you review your profile, you can actually see if your safety program is working. You can spot patterns, like maybe one driver keeps getting speeding tickets. This lets you step in and fix things, which can reduce collisions, fines, and even your insurance costs. It helps you build a great reputation, and you can even catch and correct any mistakes on your official record.
So let's bring this all home. Actively managing your carrier profile, it isn't just about dodging a bad grade. It's really about running a smarter, safer, and a more profitable business. You know, the source material for this explainer says it perfectly. You are in the driver's seat. You have the power to do your own review, to see what the data is telling you, and to make the changes that will actually improve your safety record. You're not just passively getting a grade, you are an active manager of your own reputation. At the end of the day, your carrier profile is a direct reflection of your company's commitment to safety. The data is all there, the tools are available to you, and your record is literally just waiting for you to shape it. So the only question left is, what are you going to do with it?